Each Dermer kite kit comes with one kite skin or sail, 2 bamboo spars, 1 winder with flying line, and tail material. To make the kite kit, you want to lay the sail out on the table, and with the curved part at the top, which is the top of the kite, we're going to start by weaving the bamboo spars through the holes on the left side. And then again on the right. Then we want to line the bottom of the spars with the bottom of the kite. And then we're going to take about 2 inches of tape and tape half of the tape onto the kite and spar and half of it onto the table. And we're just going to repeat this all around the kite. So at the top, we're going to come right off the top tip, half of the tape onto the kite, half of it onto the table. Again, you want to line that bottom spar with the bottom of the kite, put half of the tape on the kite, half of it onto the table. And then we want to start the preparations for the bridle. So we're going to take 60 to 72 inches of string off of the winder. Then we're going to take one end of this string and tie it to the left spar right above the top hole using a simple overhand knot. We'll just pull that tight and snug it down right to the top of that hole, and then we're going to take the other end of the string and we're going to tie it to the right side on the right spar, just like we did on the left. Now we want to tape the bridle onto the kite, so we're going to take short pieces of tape, about 2 inches again, and we're going to run this line from the spar out across the wing tip, just right on the point, not above the point and not below the point. And we're going to tape that down, and we're going to start taping right at the point and tape back to the spar. Tape it all the way across and across the spar, and then we're going to repeat this on the right side. So again, we'll just take a short piece of tape, run that string right out across the tip, and run the tape all the way back across the spar. Now we can move the bridle line up out of the way, and you're ready to add your art with the skin snug against the sail. You always want to use permanent markers, whether they're Sharpies or another brand, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it says permanent. So we'll draw a quick little picture here. Okay, so once you've finished your artwork, you want to remove the skin from the table. So we're just going to gently pull the tape up, and we're going to fold each piece of tape up under the kite to form a pocket. So we'll just work around the edges of the kite, pulling the spars up, folding that tape under. And then on the wing tips, we want to fold down those little pieces of tape that have crossed over the points. Now we're ready to add tail. When you're adding tail to your kite, the most important thing is that it's balanced from left to right. So you can, usually we add about 3 feet of tail to a kite this size. You can add more tail if it's a real windy day. If it's a light wind day, you want to have less tail. So we can add a little piece of tape, half of the tape onto the tail material and half of it onto the kite. We could put the tail in the middle, have one tail right down the middle, or we could make a simple loop, which is the easiest and most effective way to add a kite tail. So you just tape it down on one side, then you take the other end of the tail and you tape it on the other side. This forms a quick, easy loop. If you want to have 2 tails, you can just take this loop and cut it in half, find the center of it, cut it in half, and now you have 2 tails. Once we've got the tails added to the kite, we want to find the center of the bridle point, so we're just going to fold the kite in half and bring the 2 tips exactly together, and then we're going to run our fingers along the string or the bridle line out to the tip. We get to the end of the loop, and we're going to tie a simple overhand knot about 2 inches from the end of the loop. Just like that. And then we simply tie our flying line onto this loop, and we're ready to fly the kite. And we can tie that on with just another simple overhand knot. You can put 2 knots on there if you want to for security, but it probably won't pull out. And we're done.